Idaho Backcountry Discovery Route was mapped for motorcycles to travel the entire state off-road. You can download the map from ridebdr.com. We bypassed Section 8, the final section, which terminates at the Canadian border. Our modified route began just outside of Sandpoint, Idaho, heading south from Clark Fork to Wallace, Section 7. Our goal was to experience Idaho with plenty of recreational activities thrown in: mountain biking, paddleboarding, hiking, hot springs, fire lookout towers, and many historic sites. Finding remote campsites is a special treat and enhances the outdoor enjoyment. We pack enough provisions to stay off-grid for up to 14 days. Our power is provided from Battle-Born lithium batteries, charged with 800 watts of solar with a DC charger for backup. We are exploring the
Coeur d'Alene National Forest.
And we'll be showing you some of our cool campsites, as well as all the cool sights and things we see as we explore the back roads of Coeur d'Alene National Forest. Come along for the adventure. We carry 40 gallons of fresh water with siphon pump and multi-stage filtration to refill from mountain streams.
We're coming down the hill into this beautiful valley. We're probably a couple miles from the McGee Ranger Station.
We can travel over 500 miles off-road with our 55 gallons of fuel capacity. This allows great flexibility to slow down, explore, and enjoy locations along the way. McGee Ranger Station, old historic site, and you can see over there is one of their old barns. We're gonna go explore around a little bit. Let's go check it out. And here's one of the ranger cabins. You can see we actually were looking at the side here, and there was a sign that said renters access on the side. Pretty interesting if you can rent this place out. It's kind of a cool place. We love finding old historic sites and exploring around, curious about how they've been used in the past. Here's the McGee office. Be sure to slow down and enjoy these different historic sites along the way. It really enhances the travel experience. Yeah. The office is not used anymore. Oh man, their windows are coming down.
Oh my.
It's not good.
I think this
Would you like to rent this place and stay here?
Not in the rat house.
Not in the rat house? What about the other side?
I guess we'd have to see if the other side was cleaner. If it was, that would be better. Okay.
Ranger Station is gorgeous. Look at that view.
It does have a beautiful view. We take it up with that.
This is amazing. See the greens and the blues and the trees.
But I'm guessing something might be living under there.
This is the renter access, is what the sign says. The back door. There's quite a lot of repair that's needed this building.
The rental cabin.
Yeah, check it out. There's some instructions on it. Looks like recreation.gov gets you in here, but this is the nicer.
It's really nice.
The cabins.
It's really well maintained.
This one looks to be well maintained. Nice little space. The old airstrip. You can see down there, somewhere down in there, is their little wind indicator kite thing, but that's a pretty rough airstrip landing, I'd say. We were fortunate to drive this route during the summertime, and the weather was absolutely perfect. You will need to watch for fires because those are fairly common in the summertime, and obviously snow is often found at the elevations through the rest of the year. This is one of the back roads that we're driving on.
We're right below Spyglass Lookout Tower, and look at this view. It's pretty epic. This is Spyglass Looking Tower. We had to hike up the road because it was gated, but if you look right up there, here are all the fire lookouts of the 1930s on this map here at the board. That's crazy, scattered everywhere. And then you can see the two different fire lookouts. One on the right over here was from 1924, and the ground house that was from 1922. And on the left is a picture from 2007. Fortunately, it was damaged in a windstorm in 2014, and it was taken down, so that's what we see today. It did have a house or lookout at the top. You can see the ground house built in 1933 that we see today was actually moved here via skid from McDonald Peak to Spyglass through the McGee Ranger Station in 1944, and sometimes after 1950 the shutters were removed and windows replaced. The Spyglass lookout tower was last used in the 1980s. As with all of these, here's what the ground house looked like before work started in 2012. Here's a little history. 1950, 1912,
2012,
or 2012, and what it looks like today. It was restored with volunteers, with help from a couple different foundations. These old people got their selves on the board. They were part of the lookouts in 1964 and spent the first summer of their marriage here. And here's what the inside looks like now. And you can apparently rent it through the U.S. Forest Service rental lookout program.
We have this absolutely beautiful view. We were just discussing how this drive has been epic and amazing.
This is Grassy Mountain Summit, and the view, 360 degrees of all of the mountains around us. It is ridiculously awesome. A little bit windy up here, but that's why we enjoy the hard-sided camper. But wow, what a view. This is gonna be sweet. Ooh, lunch is ready. You made us a good feast there.
Absolutely.
And check out our cool view from our camper window.
The Coeur d'Alene River, and we're about to head a little bit further south, but this is just a beautiful view. Looks to be some river cliff jumping over there. Absolutely beautiful through here. So far the forestry roads have actually been in pretty good shape. We haven't really had to do much clearing. We did have to go around the forestry area for a little while. Unfortunately, there's a pretty big fire burning, and our route is completely blocked off because they're using it as a fire road. And luckily, the fire is not burning to the south, so we were able to get back into the forestry area. Peter saw this little pull-off road, and look, it's right on the stream, and it's a little campsite. It's in the BLM land. We're actually headed from Wallace. It was a little town that we popped out into today, over to Avery for some mountain biking tomorrow, and we stopped in this beautiful place. We're very, very excited. Unfortunately, you can hear the road by us. Hopefully they're not out there riding all night long, but it is a Sunday, so I'm hoping most people are coming in. What do you think of our campsite, babe?
Wow, that's really nice. Well, it's a little noisy on the road, but We do have the little creek here.
Yeah.
Quite beautiful. And maybe by the time night hits, there'll be less traffic.
I'm hoping. It's Sunday night. Hopefully they're all headed out. Beautiful little butterflies. They're super neat. I'm trying not to scare them. But they're all over the place.
Tonight in the kitchen, we're making some man nachos. I'm browning some beef, and Faith took over the dining room table and
making
is
vegetables for the salad.
all the vegetables. Kind of works in a small space like this. It works good though.
A little bit of green onions for the top of the nachos. Peter started browning the meat for the man nachos, and what basically is man nachos is his creation. It's just meat, grilled onions with some taco seasoning, and then you put the refried beans in and you add a little bit of extra seasoning. That way the beans will have a little bit of flavoring. And then he also adds corn, which is why there's a can of corn right there. But I add a whole bunch of veggies on top to make them mile-high nachos in a pan. You don't really bake them because the meat is hot enough to melt the cheese. And then the rest of the toppings will go on from there.
Yeah, basically you can put anything on it. There's no way to mess it up. But
It's a really easy one-pan meal. We eat it right out of the pan so that we make less dishes.
yeah, you basically can use anything you got. If you got beans,
I don't put beans in it.
doesn't matter.
He puts green beans in it.
You could have bacon. You could put anything you wanted into it. That's what makes it delicious. And you can eat it with a fork or with chips, which way better with chips.
These are our veggies spread. We have our cheese, our avocado, some cucumber, lettuce, green onions, a little bit of cabbage, and green peppers, limes, and some salsa. And we'll just start. I put the heartier vegetables on the bottom because obviously the nachos are hot. And then that way it doesn't wilt the lettuce and that sort of stuff. Don't dirty as many things, and we don't have an oven in the camper.
A little bit of peppers. Makes excellent burritos the next day.
Does.
You can just reheat it in a tortilla shell, and it's quite delicious. But really, you can put anything you want on it. It's kind of a
Totally true.
all good.
I'm just gonna
Faith
put
makes
lettuce
it
on half.
quite green, actually.
I love vegetables.
It is
Yeah, I
almost a
basically
salad.
make a taco salad on the top of it.
That's it. A simple meal on the road right there. And we're right by this creek listening to that. It's absolutely wonderful. And we'll only have one pan to clean up and a few utensils. Not too bad.
Thanks for watching the first segment of our Idaho backcountry discovery route. Get ready for next week where we continue further.
Thank you. Bye.